To add decimals, you have to make sure all the decimals are lined up. So we're going to add negative 5.62 and negative 2.9. 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 9 is 15. Then you're going to carry the 1. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Then you're going to bring down your decimal. So the answer is 8.52. To subtract decimals, you also have to make sure all the decimals are lined up. So we're going to add 15.39 minus 2.6. 9 minus 0 is 9. So you can't subtract 3 from 6, so you have to borrow. Make that a 4. Then that's going to be 13 minus 6 is 7. 4 minus 2 is 2, and that equals 1. And then you carry your decimal down. And then your answer is 12.79. To multiply a decimal, first you have to line up the problems. But the decimals don't have to be lined up. So 7 times 2 is 14, you're going to carry the 1. 7 times 0 is 0, plus 1. 7 times 4 is 28, then you'll add the 0. 0 times 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0, and 0 times 4 is 0. Then you'll add those together. That equals 4, 1, 8, and 2. And then right here there's 1, 2, so that would be 2, plus 1 here, so then that's 3. So you'll move the decimal over 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And that will give you an answer of 2.814. To do this problem, first you have to set it up. So 106 goes inside the house, and then you divide it by 0.2. You have to bring this decimal over, and then bring this one over once, because you did the other one once, and carry that up. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. That's 0. Bring the 6 down. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. That's 0. And that gives you an answer of 5.3. This problem is a subtraction problem. So we are going to put W minus 5.8 equals 1.2. We have to add 5.8 to this side, and then add 5.8 to that side. We're going to cross these out, so now it's just a W left. And then we're going to add these. 8 plus 2 is 10, carry the 1, 5, 6, 7. And bring the decimal down. So the answer is 7.0. For this one, we're going to have K plus 3.91 equals 28.00. We're going to subtract 3.91 from here, and then also subtract it from this side. We're going to cancel these out, and now I'm just left with a K. Can't take from 0, can't take from 0, so this is 7. That's 9, and this is 10. That's 9, 0, 4, and 2. So that gives you an answer of 24.09. To do this, it would be 1.2y equals negative 1.44. You would divide 1.2 from this side and divide 1.2 from this side. Then you would cancel this out, and that would just be y equals. Then you divide 1.44 and 1.2. It's 1.2 and 1.44. Bring the decimal out, bring this over. Decimal goes there. 12 goes into 14 once. 12. That's 2 and 4, and that's 2. So your answer is 1.2. And this would be negative. To do this, it would be n divided by 8.2 equals negative 0.6. Then you would multiply 8.2 by here, and then multiply it to this side. Then you'd cancel these out and be n equals. Then you multiply 8.2 times 0.6. 2 times 6 is 12, that's 1. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 1 is 49. Then you do 1, 2. It's 2, then you bring that over twice. And it equals negative 4.92. To add these, it would be 6 over 15 plus 3 over 15. That equals 9 over 15. To do this, you'd have 21 over 24 minus 1/2. You need to find the least common denominator, and it's 24, so you'd multiply this times 12 and multiply that times 12. So that equals 21 over 24 times 12 over 24. Plus. That equals 33 over 24. 24 goes into 33 once, and then with 9 left over, so it's 1 and 9 24ths. To do this problem, first you would have 1/4 times negative 2/3, and that would be equal to 1 times negative 2 and 4 times 3. You can cancel out these two, and then that would give you negative 1 over 6, and that's your answer. To do this problem, first you have to write it out. So 3 divided over 4 divided by 6 over 7. That would equal 3 over 4. Then you change it to times and then switch this to 7 over 6. That equals 3 over 4. That makes it 3 times 7 over 4 times 6. These two can cancel out, so that's 1 and that's 2. That equals 7 over 8, and 7 over 8 is your answer. To do this problem, first you would have m plus 1/6 equals 5/6. You have to subtract 1/6 from both sides, and that cancels out, so that's just left m. 5/6 minus 1/6 is 4/6, and you can simplify that. Divided by 2 equals 2 over 3, and that's your answer. To do this problem, you'd have n minus 1/5 equals 3/5. So you add 1/5 to this side, and you add it to this side. That cancels out, so that's just left with n equals 3 plus 1 is 4, so that's 4 over 5. To do this, it'd be 1/5 times a variable equals 4. To make that 4 over 1, you'd have to multiply 1/5 to each side. No, actually, it would be multiply. It's reciprocal. and multiply its reciprocal to this side too. So that cancels out, and that equals x equals 4 times 5 over 1 equals 20 over 1, which gives you an answer of 20. To do this problem, it would be 6 over 1 times a variable equals 1/2. On this one, you also have to do it by its reciprocal. So you multiply that from that side and it from this side as well. That cancels out, and that gives you y equals, and then 1 times, no. You have to find its least common denominator. So 6 is the least common denominator. So you multiply that by 3, you multiply that by 3, equals 3 over 6. So then it's 1/6 times 3. 1 times 3 times 6 and 6. 1 times 3 times 6. So that equals 3 over 6. And you can divide both of those by 3. That equals 1/3.